Hello, everybody. So I just wanted to give a quick video update so you guys can hear it from my voice. So obviously I type everything out into our group chats as much as possible, but it's a lot to read, and February is probably the craziest month of the year for our gym and our programs. So I just want to kind of describe that. So the first thing is we have our February 4th Osceola Magic game. And the really cool thing about that is that we get to rent the court in the morning. Well, the court rental as long as we sell 100 tickets to the game, then we get the court rental for free. So the kids get to go practice on an NBA court. It's pretty awesome. The NBA players are all walking around. It's really fun. We did it last year. Had about 40, 50 kids come out, and they all loved it. So we have only sold 21 of our 100 tickets that we need to sell, and they have to be sold by Saturday. So everybody needs to buy their own. We have 65 people in the program, 65 kids in the program. So as long as each kid and one parent buys a ticket, then we're good to go. So the way the day works is from 9 to 12. We will have the gym rental. So each team will get about an hour. So the younger kids will do from 9 to 10. My middle school area kids will do 10 to 11. And then the high school age kids will do 11 to 12 on that Sunday morning. Okay. Well, and then we will all meet for lunch in between the game and the court rental at about 1. And so from 1 to 2:30, we'll eat lunch. And then the game is at 3 o'clock. And we'll go back to the game at 3 o'clock. The game will last till about 6 o'clock. You do not have to stay for the entire game, but everyone needs to buy a ticket to go to the games. So they're only $25 a piece. So please go ahead and buy those. Like I said, we got to have those all bought by Saturday, and we have to have 100 of them sold. And you can bring whoever you want to the game. It doesn't just have to be, you can bring friends, family. The more tickets we sell, the better. We get additional bonuses if we sell at different levels, 125, 150. We get to be with the team in the tunnel and stuff like that. So the more we can sell, the better. If you want to donate, we do have a few families in the program who, have extended brothers, sisters that they are not able to afford to take all their, players with them. So if you wanted to donate an extra ticket, there are, families that could use those for sure. So that is, kind of the nuts and bolts of our Osceola Magic game that we're going to be going to in 2 weeks, and we got to get that all taken care of. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions about that. Now, I want to move forward with tryouts for February. So the way that AAU basketball works is the crux of the season is March through May about. It's a 3-month season. Now, there are some that go into June and July, and you can play year-round like our programs do play year-round. But the crux of the season is these 3 months. So in February, we always have a tryout week to help boost our growth, obviously, of every single one of our teams. So the third week of February, and you're going to see this in the calendar that's released today, the third week of February is all tryouts. Okay, so there won't be any skill work that week except for the Friday night skill work. Now, if you're on a team, so the younger players, you're all younger players, 5th grade and lower on a developmental team. So nothing will change with that. You'll still just go to the tryout that week as your practice. So, if you have a 3rd or 4th grader who's currently going to Tuesday nights, I don't know when the specific tryout is right now, but the tryout for that team would be their practice for that week. And then it will go back. The next week we'll go back to our normal skill works and different practices and whatnot. Older players, okay, so middle school boys and above, you're going to see that we're going to have elite training tryouts and developmental training tryouts. Now, just because you're on one of our developmental teams now, we don't have any elite teams now. So just because you're on one of our elite or our developmental teams now doesn't mean you're guaranteed a spot in the elite. And the difference about the elite is the elite teams will play a 3-month season with double the amount of tournaments, and all of the payment will be due up front. It's $700 for March, April, May, and it is due on March 1st. This is to make sure that we have 8 kids on the roster who are committed. There's also a 2 practice requirement during those 3 months. You are not allowed to miss more than 2 practices in a month, or you're kicked off the team with no refund of your $700. So the elite program is considerably more dedication. It is not just dedication to playing basketball at the tournaments. It is dedication to the practices. So just make sure you're ready for that if you want to come try out. Those tryouts, you will have to fill out a tryout registration. The other ones are all just completely open, and you can just come to those normally. So anyone who's on developmental teams now, like for example, our 7th grade developmental team now, if you're on that now, and you come to the developmental tryouts and not the elite, you will still make that developmental team. So the developmental team will be open, and we will make as many teams out of that as we possibly can. But we will also see if we'll be able to fill all the elite teams. So, if we only have 3 kids come to elite training for a 6th grade group or 7th grade group, then we won't fill that roster. Now, I'm hoping that we're able to fill at least, 3 or 4 teams with the elite, and then we filter everybody in for the developmental underneath that. The developmental will stay the same as far as price goes. Okay, it's $100 a month still, and that's just for everybody who's still here. Now, the one thing we're different, if you refer someone, we will start having a registration fee of $50. So that first month will be $100 plus $50 registration plus the $75 uniform. So it's $225 for the first month and $100 a month after that, just in case you want to reference anybody. That is the main crux of what I wanted to get out. Please, like I said, don't take this lightly. We really need to get those tickets in there. This experience is one of the best experiences that we've ever had for the Osceola Magic game. So I'm really hopeful we can do it this year, and then next year we can hopefully upgrade to the Orlando Magic, because they do this program as well, and then we get to rent the actual Orlando Magic's court. Now the tickets are considerably more expensive, so we're not going to do that this year, but eventually we can move up to that. We got a ton of stuff coming throughout the entire spring. We're going to have a large-scale fundraiser in March that's going to help put off some of the costs for our Disney tournament. The only Disney tournament that they're even doing this spring is on Memorial Day weekend. So I will be getting that information out. I'm still trying to go back and forth with AAU. They actually haven't even contacted me back after 2 messages, trying to figure out how I register 60 people at a time for this tournament and try and make it as affordable for us as possible. So I am working as hard as I can to get in contact with them. They're very challenging to get any type of response. So, like I said, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. But this video should help, some of that description of what we're doing and where we're going. And thank you guys. And hopefully we'll see you all at practice.